Hey there guys, and welcome back to Alex Invest. Today the markets are red, but one stock that's doing very well today is Hillcrest Energy Technologies. That's ticker symbol HEAT. Now, why is this? It's because they just announced a new strategic advisor who is also the president and CEO of Panasonic Canada, and it's Michael Moskowitz. Now, this is a huge addition to their team, and it's going to really kind of continue, I think, moving the price. Now, we're going to go into that in a second, though, but before we do, I just want to go into some of the things I've been doing in the market in general right now, and that's kind of, continually I've been picking up HEAT shares, especially at sort of that 0.19 level. I talked about it last time. MVMD as well. And other than that, really, other than my highest conviction stocks, I've really been just doing some short-term option plays. And I have gone into this a little bit, just some of the plays that I've been making in the past, but I want to go through why exactly I'm doing these short-term options right now. And it's because we're seeing such a choppy market, right? We're seeing one day we have a nice kind of green run, and the next day we have a big tank again. So because of this, regardless of why we're kind of having this kind of market right now, what that means is it's nice to kind of get these options calls short term when we see on a day where the market's really tanked, like when FSEL goes to around that $697 level, then it's a good time to get calls on that, because it's likely within the next few days we'll see a nice little run to that $778 level. We've seen the same thing in Plug and in a couple of other stocks as well. So that's kind of what I've been doing. Oxy as well is one like that. So that's kind of that. And now let's get into Hillcrest Energy Technologies and sort of Michael Moskowitz, what's happening, the webinar. There's a lot going on there. So we've seen kind of continued new big names coming in here with Michael Moskowitz, with David Farrell, with Ari Berger, right, from Exro Technologies, just joins Hillcrest and it gets 6 million shares there. 3 million was given to his wife, but that should tell you right there with the systematic deal and some of the other deals coming in here, that should tell you where Hillcrest is going right there, because of these big names signing up with Hillcrest, becoming a part of Hillcrest here. They clearly know some things that the general public doesn't know yet. And, to me, it's getting people like the president and CEO of Panasonic North America as a strategic advisor with Hillcrest just, speaks really to itself of where, he thinks the company is going, but in general, where the company is going with these acquisitions, with kind of these strategic advisors jumping on, with the other kind of talents that are coming to Hillcrest because of the technology they have, because of the business plan and the strategy that they have, and that alone tells me to buy more HEAT. So I've been continuously buying HEAT shares, and at any really range at the price we're at, I don't think it's a bad time to buy, considering a lot of people are jumping in on this right now. And even Ari Berger and Don Curry, I believe, as well, and some other big names in the company have been buying shares at sort of that 0.24 level, and we're below that right now. So that should tell you everything you need to know right there. What we see is he wants to help fine-tune the company's go-to-market strategy, expand industry relationships, and guide opportunities that foster overall business growth. Now, I'll go through each of these individually. First of all, the company's go-to-market strategy. He's here to help fine-tune that, right? Obviously, he's done this before with Panasonic, with some of the companies he was working at prior to that, like XM Radio. And, it says later on in the article as well that there's kind of he addresses some issues with their go-to-market strategy right now, or in general their strategy, and so to kind of help gear that in the correct direction so that Hillcrest can become this kind of bigger company is the goal there. And I think with Michael sort of helping here as a strategic advisor, that's going to be doing very well. Now, expanding industry relationships, also huge right now. Obviously, Michael Moskowitz, big in kind of this tech industry, CEO and chairman of Panasonic, right? Fully in this tech kind of space. We see Panasonic as well kind of getting into this clean tech, clean energy sector here a bit as well. So who knows, maybe later down in the road, we might even see some kind of partnership there with Panasonic, but especially when it's someone like the chairman and CEO, he's kind of got the whole board on his side in a way there as well. And CEO, if kind of Michael sees an advantage there with Hillcrest, which it seems like he already does, then it could be likely that we see some sort of deal from that coming into the future there. So potentially big things there. Now, it's not only Panasonic. Obviously, Panasonic has partnerships with many massive companies, and it kind of really gives Hillcrest the potential to kind of get in there, show off their technology, and maybe get some kind of partnership going there as well, a licensing agreement or whatever. So really good for that kind of aspect. Now, he is obviously taking more of a kind of laid back position here as strategic advisor. He's not going to be constantly working here at Hillcrest. He still has his job at Panasonic, right? But it's really those partnerships that I see moving forward here that can be a big benefit for Hillcrest. Because if we think about it, it's like I was saying in my last video, how really what HEAT is trying to do here is pick up different clean tech and energy companies here that kind of match their portfolio and then take that to market with their IP, with all the other technology they have. So really, that's where I think Michael Moskowitz here is going to be able to really help them here with some of these partnerships, with some of their growth, and moving into that commercialization stage, into that market go-to-market phase, right, as they say, kind of with that strategy there. So that's kind of that. Now, on top of this news, right, is obviously the Hillcrest Energy Technologies webinar, where they're going to present live, and that's going to happen on May 20th, right? So just a few days away here now. So with this news, who knows, there could be, some other big announcement coming out during the webinar. They say they're just going over, some of the corporate developments, highlights, etc. But there could easily be some new news with that, especially with these corporate developments, and with kind of this news on Michael Moskowitz coming in here. There's definitely potential there for some more news. So we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting to see if we see a run before that day or not, because if we do see a big run before that day, then there's a big potential for that to be a buy the rumor, sell the news situation. So keep that in mind. At the same time, if we kind of stay around this price, if we kind of don't go above that 0.3 level, I would say, then it's not going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news situation, in my opinion. It definitely isn't yet. The price jump today was solely on kind of the news with that we just went through, right? The new strategic advisor in Michael Moskowitz. But again, if we just kind of stay at this level, I wouldn't really sell any before the news, because again, we could see something big. So keep those things in mind. That's pretty much all I wanted to share with you guys today. Wanted to keep the video a little bit shorter for you guys, but other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. It's likely going to be another choppy week, so keep that in mind. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video.